Hey guys, this is Mariah Young. So I am just talking about my journey through depression, and I'm not going to do a lot of editing to these videos because if I take too much time and put my perfectionism into them, I won't send them out. So I could even tell you there are things that are bothering me about this already. I can see wires in the background of my stuff, like back here. Yep, there's wires. There's things that are bugging me, but I'm just not caring. I'm just getting these done. So as I promised on the last video, I'm going to talk about the things that hinder. So my hinder and help kind of go together because the things that help me are kind of a reflection of what hinders me. And there are a few things that I have definitely learned that hinder my energy, my motivation, my inspiration. And when they get into my day, it's hard for me to pull back, so let me just go through the list and I'll talk about them some more. So the things that do hinder me are too much alone time, overeating, not moving, idle brain, no accountability, and no plan. So I'm actually going to start with the no plan. I think that's actually one of my most important ones. I do best on structure, but not like, I'm not going to time put my day in like by hours or anything like that. That doesn't work for me. Excuse me. But having a plan for what I want to accomplish in the day works really well. A list or, these are the things that I just need to get done. And that's what I'm working on. I feel like, sometimes when we say things and people are like, oh, that's a given. I need givens in my day. I need things that I'm not going to allow to be optional. I just need to be on autopilot to do them. And so having a plan is what's going to help me do that. I'll talk about that a little bit later because I have put together kind of an idea of what my givens should be each day. And yeah, I'll talk about that later. So I think having no plan though has really hurt me, and not being intentional about my depression, not really giving it a name, and not really paying, just not being intentional with it at all has definitely hurt me for a long time. No accountability. This is huge. When I talked about systems in the last couple of videos with my helping, if you don't have some way, think about this. When you're sitting by yourself and you're depressed, you're not thinking well good, maybe you're eating. For me, I'm probably just going to sit and watch TV all day in my pajamas, which there's nothing wrong with doing that from time to time, but when it's pretty much your go-to every day, people call to invite you to do things and you're like, no, or you don't answer your phone, you don't, all these things that happen when you're depressed, you isolate yourself. If you don't have a way to pull yourself out of that, you're just going to stay in it. I tend to do this a lot. This is my go-to. I am admitting this. I haven't admitted it to anybody except maybe my husband and a couple of very close friends. And even then, it's not something that I've been like, oh, I'm depressed. Or, oh, I'm struggling with depression. It's like, oh, I was kind of depressed today, and okay, I'm going to move past this and we're going to go through it. No, I struggle with depression regularly. So having that accountability, I'm setting up some systems for that, which include, I've asked a couple of friends to just send me a text, and it's nothing complicated. It's like, hey, how's your week going? That's actually, for me, going to be a trigger and a reminder of, oh, am I sitting here wallowing today? What am I doing with my week? What am I doing today? How is this, and I'm going to set up different friends on different days. I need people. So that's one of those things. So it's accountability and it's people. And idle brain. I talked about this a little bit, quite a bit actually, extensively in the last video. There's a lot of things that I can do that I don't need to think on. And if I'm not thinking, unfortunately, things are still going to creep in. I feel like it's how we talk about how motivation is not necessarily a noun, it's a verb. We're always either motivated or we're not. Our reputation is not a noun, and it's not, it's a verb. Your reputation is an always moving thing. I feel like our thinking, we're never not thinking. I mean, I've heard guys can go into a place where they don't think, and their brains are just blank. I don't know how that is for men, but I know for me, and I've heard most women, we don't stop thinking. So it's really a matter of, what are you thinking of? Are you, thinking about the last gossip? Are you thinking about something that made you angry? Are you wallowing in something? That's not good for me. I can easily work myself up and get angry over something that I dealt with 5 years ago. I can easily work myself into a bad conversation in my head with my husband about something stupid, with my kids, all of this stuff. I can sit there and be frustrated because why am I folding all this laundry? Why am I doing these dishes? It's stupid. It really is. And yet I do that all the time. I literally have to turn something positive on in order to get out of this, because my brain, it doesn't stop thinking. It's just, what am I thinking of? And that's important. Overeating. Oh my gosh. This one, it's why I feel like I've hit a wall with my weight loss right now, because I have not dealt with my depression. I've lost 30 pounds and I'm so excited about that with just some behavior modifications. But I have been dealing with the same 10 pounds for months and months. And it's because I'm not dealing with this depression. But overeating hinders me hugely. Not only does it make me feel like crap that evening, I sweat profusely, I have bad dreams. Sometimes I have to wake up at 3 a.m. just to not throw up. Sometimes I feel like just throwing up and getting it over with. But it can also tear down all my motivation. It gets me to a place where I feel guilty, I'm stressed, I want to just quit every single time. Overeating does nothing good for me. It really, truly is probably one of my biggest hindrances. And it's not just because of the food, it's because of the things that food means to me, the things that food has been built around for me, the emotions, the habits, all of it. Overeating is a huge hindrance for me. And then too much alone time. I am pretty introverted, but I'm starting to learn I'm a little more extroverted than I realized. And I just need people. I don't need big parties. That does not work for me. But what I do need is one-on-one conversations, a text or a phone call, and those are things that I can control. I can pick up the phone and talk to somebody. Facebook is actually probably one of my bigger hindrances, because I feel like I'm interacting with people when I'm not. And it's one of those fake things. I need to pick up a telephone. I need to go have a coffee date. I need to physically see or talk to somebody in a day. And my husband is super helpful with this, but he's busy. He's busy at work, so I can't put all of that on him. I have to actually make an effort. And so if you work or whatever, I know it can be easy to just kind of feel like you're interacting with people because you talk to people all day, but that may not be what fills you either. You may need to have a good conversation. And for me, that's not surface level stuff. I need to go deep. I need to discuss things. I need to talk about where you're at in your life. And I can't do that with everybody, but I can do it with a few select people, and I can be intentional about that. So anyways, those are my hindrances. I hope that's helped. Tell me what's hindering you. What things do you find that if you have happened in your day, they kick you in the head and you may not be able to pull back out of it and rescue your day from those things happening? I would love to hear and have a discussion on this, and hopefully you'll join me on this. This is my journey, and I hope that you'll join me with yours. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.